You know how some older English speakers will say what as like hwat? Technically, that pronunciation is more like Latino than just saying what. Okay, what the heck does that mean, like more Latino? Let me explain. In Spanish, to say what, you say que, and so it's got that hard k sound at the start. So it almost seems like the opposite of English, where like Spanish starts with a plosive consonant and then ends with a vowel, and then English kind of starts with like a semi-vowel and then ends with a plosive consonant, t. But it wasn't always like this, and if we go back in time, things get pretty interesting. Que actually comes from Latin quid. So way back in time, que actually did end in a plosive consonant, just like English what. And for English, that hwa pronunciation at the beginning of hwat actually used to be the standard for that word. So not quite a plosive yet, but maybe you're picking up on the pattern here. But if not, spoiler alert, que and what are etymologically related and essentially come from two different forms of the same word. The word what comes from Proto-Indo-European quod, which meant like who, and then the word que comes from Proto-Indo-European quid, which even back then still meant what. But that quo prefix and that de ending are essentially direct cognates of each other, meaning that the quo and the de in Latin quid are related to the hwa and the t in English hwat. Over thousands of years, that original quo pronunciation gradually got weakened in the ancestors of English. So it went from quo to hwa to hwa to wa. But in the ancestors of Spanish, it lost that labialization, but it still maintained that k quality. So if you say hwa instead of wa for hwat, you're technically one step closer etymologically speaking to the Spanish pronunciation. Just like Spanish speakers, you're kind of preserving a little bit more of that original root than all the people that just say what. Now, what do you know about that?